Privacy experts say people participating in the new 10-year social media challenge may be unknowingly sharing sensitive information. Have you done that yet? Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram users are posting photos of themselves a decade apart with the hashtag 10-year challenge. Some well-known people have gotten in on the fun, but the millions of publicly shared photos can be a treasure trove of information for companies working with facial recognition and artificial intelligence. Data and emerging technology consultant Kate O'Neill warned in a Wired opinion piece that's out right now, thanks to this meme, there's now a very large data set of carefully curated photos of people from roughly 10 years ago and now.
Similar concerns were raised last year about Google's Arts and Culture app. It matched people with artwork that supposedly looked like them. Google says it discarded users' selfies once the matches were found. The website Pop Sugar released its own app for finding celebrity doppelgangers. The company later revealed photos submitted for its twinning challenge were initially stored on an unsecure server. Also, many Instagram users who created collages of their top 9 most liked posts of 2018 may have given their email addresses and other user data to a company in Uruguay. Really? Wow. Regarding the 10-year challenge, Facebook told CBS News, quote, "Our face recognition systems are not tracking, studying, or aware of this meme." Wired senior writer and CBS News contributor Izzy Lepowski is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
So Facebook says, look, this was a user-generated meme. They didn't have anything to do with it. But how could Facebook use these photos?
Right. So there's nothing inherently bad about this. It was all in good fun, generated by users. But what we have to think about is what we're giving away when we're having this fun, right? And so in the case of the 10-year challenge, it is this streamlined, organized data set that shows what you look like 10 years ago and what you look like now. And if you're trying to train a machine learning algorithm to learn how people age, this is something that Facebook could do. This is something that other researchers might want to do. This gives you a pretty nifty way of doing that. So again, I think this is just a moment to think about this, because it's not just the 10-year challenge. These types of viral challenges and memes are popping up all the time, and a lot of times people don't know what company's behind it.
Is Facebook currently using, though, a method of facial recognition?
Facebook is, yes. So for instance, if you upload a photo or if somebody uploads a photo of you, it might say, hey, is this you? Do you want to tag yourself? Do you want to tag your friends? So Facebook is proactively doing that. Behind the scenes, Facebook is also using image recognition technology for really valuable purposes, to spot spam, to spot graphic violence and other content it doesn't want on there. So there are definitely positive uses of facial recognition technology. We should want Facebook to get better at it, but as users, we should want to know when our information is being used for those purposes.
This just seemed like harmless fun to me. Honestly, I would have done it, Izzy, if I could have found a picture from 2009. I got tired of looking. So what should people be, what should they look out for if they're thinking about doing it?
Right. Well, I think that for now, it's all in good fun, but I think one thing that's really important to know is that there's a hashtag associated with it, right? So if you have a public Instagram page, for instance, and somebody searches the 10-year challenge hashtag, millions of photos pop up. And so even if Facebook isn't using that, remember all of the researchers who have access to these public hashtags and could use them for who knows what means. So if you are concerned about this, but you still want to participate, check your privacy settings, make sure that you're only sharing it with friends and people you know.
So this seems like an issue of digital hygiene. Just sort of think twice before you go stumbling into something that seems like fun. But is there a specific way this could come back and harm me? I mean, if they've created an algorithm to figure out my aging, how is that going to ultimately hurt me?
Right. Well, right. So from Facebook's point of view, I don't think that Facebook is going to hurt you, but experts wonder about how this could be used by, for instance, insurance companies. Are they looking at whether you tend to be aging a little bit faster than the rest of us?
So they won't take you as a client?
Exactly. And these are sort of the worst case scenarios, but this is what researchers in the field are thinking about.
And a lot of this comes down to privacy, and many people are now suggesting privacy legislation, right? Even Tim Cook wrote an op-ed today. How realistic is that? I mean, is the genie out of the bottle now that the technology is there?
Well, I think what's promising is that we are seeing these tech leaders step up. For so long, they have been allergic to regulation. But now we have Tim Cook out there. We also have companies that gobble up a lot of data, Google, Facebook, coming out and saying, we too want federal privacy regulation. And I think that that is partly in response to the public outcry, but partly because they see it on the horizon and they want to have a say in how strict it's going to be. So they want want to be out there lobbying on Capitol Hill, saying this is what we want to see, this is what we feel would cripple us. And so they want to be part of this conversation if it is going to happen. Of course, we know the political system we're living in and how practical is any regulation. But I think that if there's going to be something, it's going to happen this year.
All right. Thank you, Izzy. If I had to guess, I would say you're Isadora, also known as adorable.
It's adorable.
Thank you.
We're just having a little fun with you. Thank you, Izzy.